Hello everybody, you can call me Hunch. I'm going to give you a stacks update, what I'm thinking about the market. Bitcoin just hit 115,000. Stacks, altcoins really not doing too much. Some are. You know, I'm a big fan of just, you know, picking the winners. I'm in stacks, I'm in you know, ETH, Solana. I like all those. I'm in the ETFs, MicroStrategy. But you know, a lot of people haven't been here for a while. They're hoping to make it big on something, and I just think there's too many altcoins. There's too much noise. And I was thinking today, you know, Robinhood is building their tokenized assets on Arbitrum. Arbitrum really hasn't moved. You know, Wall Street is building their stable coins on Ethereum. Ethereum really hasn't moved too much in relation to Bitcoin. Maybe we're going towards an alt season now, but you know, the Bitcoin economy is relatively small, right? I mean, bonds are 100 trillion or whatever, real estate 100 trillion, whatever it is. You know, stacks, Arbitrum, all these things are really probably not going to move, if I had to guess, or will move when a real economy emerges with these ecosystems, right? And you can see this theory playing out. Fidelity wrote today, you know, Ethereum is its own, you know, has its own GDP, its own monetary policy, all this stuff, right? It's kind of like a mixture between crypto and the old world, you know, with what I think is proof of stake, more of like a centralized version of proof of work. Obviously, you know, this is all theoretical. You know, I'm not some crazy technical expert, but that's the way I see it. And the more I think about it, the more I think that stacks really doesn't show its value until the economy is actually large enough to show its value. So I do think I'm holding out for that. Obviously, I could be wrong. There's a lot of risk. But if you look around, all the other L2s on Bitcoin, you know, maybe Babylon's not dead. You know, to me, Merlin chain is dead. You know, all these other side chains are completely dead, but stacks is not. So that gives me a lot of hope. I also like STX 6900. You know, all those things are not like highlights of a sane person's portfolio. You know, maybe you should be doing those things if you haven't made it, not financial advice. But in my opinion, just stacking Bitcoin for the long haul, or ETH, maybe Solana, is probably the best bet. So that's what I would be doing. This is my update on stacks. I do think they're going to get it right, just like it took many years for the Lightning Network to kind of get it right, with Spark stepping into the kind of scene, and them, you know, coupling with banks and all this stuff. So I do think they're going to get it right. I think, you know, the key here is you've got to see a real economy emerge on top of these networks, and then these L2s probably have value, right? You're going to see a few on ETH, probably, maybe Optimism and Arbitrum, a few on Bitcoin, you know, maybe Stacks and Babylon, or, you know, there's another one, I can't remember the name, but it's an EVM chain. So I do think we're in a good position, as bad as it's been. That's just my opinion. Anyway, you can call me Hunch. Have a great day. I'll talk to you.